Feature Friday.
The freshest. Alright, so this is One OK Rock and their song Heartache on the studio jam session. So they're like jamming in the studio, like we saw in the last video that we watched from them, actually.
Oh.
But yeah, it's like a stripped down version of it.
Right, it got recommended a lot. I don't know if it has a drama or anything like that, but
I don't think so.
given the fact that it says studio, I don't know. Let's give it a watch.
Yeah. Let's have a
Plenty
look.
of candles as well. So.
Yeah, nice.
Good scented place.
Fantastic frigging use of visuals. So simplistic.
Yeah, it's like a. You're right. 3, 4.
So they say the time takes away the
Oh, he's on a box though. He is playing the box.
Yeah, that's a cajon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the G's.
cajon is there.
Cajon.
Yeah. So that thing that I've shown in the other videos, it's like a box. Spanish.
It's a box.
Play the drums in it.
And to say the lie, we'll find another you.
Oh my
that
God.
can be true.
Whoa.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Oh.
Do you know who would actually do a great like sound collaboration, like acoustic like this?
Who?
Rose.
Actually, that's not a bad shout.
I mean,
That's not a bad shout.
I'm just listening to him and I'm not thinking, God, yeah, Rose in a like acoustic setting like this.
I actually think, given her texture.
Yes.
And to be honest, to a certain extent, I'm very interested as well in her future, given sort of that she did go pop, but she decided to go with a bit more edge. Maybe if she leans more towards that edge, and maybe
it's like singer-songwriter thing.
rock
Yeah.
or alternative.
It's like punkish. She could do punk.
And I think if they were to collaborate, someone like Taka could guide her in that direction.
I mean, come on.
It would be that's actually a really interesting collab. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wonder
that
what
would
people
be-
think about that.
That would be cool.
I could be tripping. I don't know. Or we could be tripping, but I kind of see
I
it too.
kind of hear it though.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize. Why didn't I tell lies? Yeah, wished I could do it again.
Hello, Fawn.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, turning back the time, back when you were mine, oh mine.
Cajon. 1, 2.
So this is
Ah, bueno.
heartache. So this is heartache. ひどい集めた後悔は涙へと変わり Oh baby. So this is heartache. So this is heartache. あの日の君の笑顔は思い出に変わる I miss you.
Oh, nice. What?
I did not see him. Pause. So very, very cool, right? The fact that you usually see, again, I mention it sometimes with minor percussion, but there's so much more to sort of percussive and sound, and a lot of the time this sort of gets neglected on the creativity of what you could do, if you do strip things down and you don't have to then focus so much on what would you call it, girth of sound and sort of bigness. It allows you to be a bit more creative. Obviously, the problem with this is creativity is limited to the individual's capability, right? So you could have like a great idea, but if you can't execute it, it's a shit idea.
Absolutely.
So it sort of just details like those, like playing what is that called, xylophone, right? Xylophone. Lassie, not cellophone, xylophone. I think I said cellophone. It sort of, unless that's in your realm of possibilities, can't really even come up with an idea.
That's
You know,
right.
so I think it deserves a lot of props. They deserve a lot of credit because
And it's a very simplistic arrangement of the whole song and how it's been delivered. It's actually very stripped down. It's very simplistic, as simple as it can be. And I think what captivates the magic is how Taka is really understanding that the vocal choices are the main chorus in this song. Like the details will come in after to amplify the whole experience that he's describing vocally speaking. So, the responsibility of carrying the song is down to him
Yeah,
rather
yeah,
than
sure.
anything else. Uh, these are the environments where everything can go wrong. Actually, the possibilities of it going wrong are way higher than the possibilities of it going this great, this good, this well. It's really interesting to me though, because we've seen him now from a vocal perspective in a set of different environments, and what captivates me every time is the stability, the easiness, the ease that he is able to maintain throughout any environment, any demand of any song. And obviously, the songs are built around him because these are original pieces, so we're always gonna see the best of Taka. But these are the moments where they're not tailor made for him. These are the moments where actually very vulnerable for the singer, and he's able to maintain that fantastic vocalization throughout. It's really impressive. That chorus is terribly difficult.
Yeah, I wouldn't say.
Difficult as hell.
I wouldn't say that's perhaps the environment in which things could go wrong. Not in this specific environment, because there is post and there is this is, I think, catered to them, very well done. But it is the environment in which maybe not expose be so explosive, but perhaps you're underwhelming. Like this could come out really underwhelming, and obviously it hasn't. But that's the environment where I feel that it wouldn't sound as full, or it wouldn't sound as compact and have such an impact in people. But yeah, but perhaps whether this would be the environment where I think there would be like a poor. I mean, I doubt it from where what we've seen before.
But it's the environment where that happens though.
I would agree.
Especially with rock bands. They have, rock bands have the reputation of being bashers. They come to get the party started and finish the party too. So it's interesting to see them in such a still environment, and yet providing still great quality of content, like great quality of music with simplistic ideas and arrangement, because it doesn't need to be always full on. And sometimes a lot of the bands that I consume in my own time, you see them in the stripped down environments, and they tend to do too much in order to complement, right, in order to fulfill everybody's expectations. But in this specific case, they've brought back that idea that less is more, and it's about the simplistic details that can actually amplify the atmosphere.
Yeah, I just feel in their case, I'm not saying that what you said is wrong. I'm just saying, given the past that we know of them,
Yeah, no, I agree.
I don't think that would be the exposing environment for them. I think there would be other environments might be more difficult for them. But given the past, and as well given Taka, like we've seen those covers and stuff like that, which are just sort of still environments. I think there's enough evidence to suggest that this wouldn't be the environment for this rock band for them to break down.
Absolutely. But it's always refreshing to see them succeed in this type of environments, though.
僕の心は So this is heartache. So this is heartache.
God, that's so difficult.
集めた後悔は涙へと変わり
I love
Oh baby. So this is heartache. So this is heartache. I know he
Such beautiful details, isn't it?
So this is
What the hell does he have on his hands? Tape.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah, he's got tape.
Maybe it's because he's about to play the cajon, but
Or maybe
holy
because
shit.
he's already played it.
Look, my hands, I mean, not only from tennis, but, playing percussion for so long when I was younger as well. It's like, yeah, your hands will get fucked up. But that's crazy, dude.
And
I wonder how many hours he actually plays. That's a good question for someone like him. But what's his name? Tomoya.
Tomoya.
Yeah.
Tomoya Kanki.
Uh-huh.
I remembered.
Dude, what the fuck? I think, actually, just seeing how he's taped, I think it's because he's about to play the cajon. And if you do get a blister or you do hurt yourself, then holding the sticks to drum, because this would be an anomaly for him to sort of play minor. I would understand. But that is pretty mad, that fucking rapping. It's like he's about to box someone.
Maybe it's also for like dramatic purposes.
No, I
But
doubt
they
it.
look pretty effective. Like
No, I doubt it. They don't look good. they look like he did him on the moment, as you would. Yeah,
Let
yeah.
go.
Go on.
Ooh. Oh yeah, there it is. I love.
Yeah, so hard to forget. So this is heartache.
Oh.
Let it flow.
My
let it
God,
flow.
he literally belted that.
Yeah, let it flow. We'll go back to that. I just want to see how it resumes.
I miss you. I miss you. Miss you.
Miss you. Love that. I can't believe he belted
Go back
that.
to the belt.
I can't
please.
believe he belted that. That's madness. So this is heartache.
So this is heartache.
Okay, okay.
Oh baby, so this is heartache. So this is heartache. あの日の君の笑顔は思い出に変わる。I miss you.
It's just as good though.
I miss you.
See, that's what I mean, that his vocal choices are so clever. He really knows when, where, and why. Because thinking about it from a acting perspective, the usage, like emphasizing when we repeat a phrase in a song, is to emphasize its meaning.
Yeah.
Or change the inflection of the natural meaning of the phrase. So what he did there is, internalizing is like introspective in that falsetto setting, and then he flips into that full fold to the belt. Is like a
Adding an
scream of
exclamation mark.
desperation. It's a scream of desperation, right? So it's an emotion that is absolutely heightened in its form.
It's as if on the dialogue, it
He
said
shouted.
on the directions. Yeah.
Yeah.
You say stop, and then you say stop.
Exactly,
Yeah.
it's shouted, or it's the inflection of the phrase has been changed, but it is so very beautiful. His vocal choices are so enticing. I mean, I could listen to this version of music, like to their music in this setting, for hours on end. It's like a gold mine, It is something so rare that it's worth treasuring and like understanding all its intricacies, that, by the way, in this case are very minimal. What's intricate is how well gelled together, how much of a unity they are, and yeah, and how they provide us such a great backbone for Taka to just really tell his own story however many times he wants to, and that's freaking wonderful. This is beautiful.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think you're limited by, to a certain extent, the abilities. Your creativity is limited by your abilities to a certain extent, because you want to create, something that's real. So
Yeah.
you do have a band, and they do have limitations and stuff. But as people, so to be able to even do things like those is like that. Just shows, I feel, it showcases and it provides more evidence to his ability level. So it's very impressive. I'd love to know maybe what else you'd like us to check out. I think this is obviously, now I understand why it's been so requested as well, because it's not only the environment we enjoy, but it does have those sort of aspects of like minor percussions that I love, and it has those aspects of musical and vocal intricacies and decision making, which is so important and refreshing to see. So let us know perhaps what else we should check out next. More than excited to see what's next for One OK Rock.